Today, many things seem mysterious, but all can be understood if we look deeper into the intent behind every action. Today, we will take a closer look at the strategies of the devil and the purposes of God. We will examine the effectiveness of the force of the insiders. 1. Satan was an insider. Satan was once within the inner circle of God's throne. He was a covering cherub, having access to more personal things and inside information than the other angels. Yet Satan betrayed God and inflicted great pain upon his plans for humanity. It often takes an insider to wreak havoc within an organization. Satan began this ploy long ago, and he is still inciting others to do the same today. Ezekiel recorded the incident between God and Satan. "You were the anointed cherub who covers. I established you. You were on the holy mountain of God. You walked back and forth in the midst of fiery stones. You were perfect in your ways from the day you were created till iniquity was found in you. By the abundance of your trading, you became filled with violence within, and you sinned. Therefore, I cast you as a profane thing out of the mountain of God, and I destroyed you, O covering cherub, from the midst of the fiery stones. Your heart was lifted up because of your beauty. You corrupted your wisdom for the sake of your splendor. I cast you to the ground. I laid you before kings, that they might gaze at you. You defiled your sanctuaries by the multitude of your iniquities, and by the iniquity of your trading." Ezekiel 28:14-18. Satan was very close to God, walking on the mountain of God. As an insider, he knew exactly how to disrupt God's plans for humankind. 2. Judas was another insider. Judas was also an insider. He was one of Jesus' disciples, and like Satan, he knew every move that Jesus made. He had the opportunity to learn the plans firsthand. Judas was the treasurer, an important position that required his presence at every gathering. Yet Judas betrayed Jesus and the very movement he belonged to. He used his insider role to crush the movement, or so it seemed. His betrayal did lead to the crucifixion of Jesus. Matthew recorded the incident. Then one of the 12, called Judas Iscariot, went to the chief priests and said, "What will you give me if I deliver him to you?" And they covenanted with him for 30 pieces of silver. And from that time, he sought an opportunity to betray him. Matthew 26:14-16. 3. Delilah was another insider. Another insider who caused significant damage to Israel was Delilah. She was Samson's beloved, close to his heart, so close that she eventually betrayed him. Delilah delivered Samson to the Philistines, who gouged out his eyes and blinded him. This was possible because of the power of an insider's influence. Judges 16:18-21 records. Delilah realized Samson had finally told her the truth, so she sent for the Philistine rulers. "Come back once more," she said, "for Samson has told me his secret." So the rulers returned with the silver in their hands. Delilah lulled Samson to sleep with his head in her lap, and she called in a man to shave off the 7 locks of his hair. In this way, she began to subdue him, and his strength left him. Then she cried, "Samson, the Philistines are upon you." When he woke, he thought, "I will do as before and shake myself free." But he did not realize the Lord had left him. So the Philistines captured him, gouged out his eyes, took him to Gaza, bound him with bronze chains, and forced him to grind grain in prison. This story shows the effectiveness of an insider's betrayal. Delilah obtained vital information from Samson, which led to his downfall. 4. Cancer. An inside job. Inside jobs are not limited to people. Consider cancer a destructive force within the body. Cancer often begins internally, mutating the body's own tissues. The body's defenses fail to recognize malignant cells because they resemble normal ones. Over time, cancer destroys the body from within. The National Cancer Institute explains, "Cancer is a term for diseases in which abnormal cells multiply uncontrollably and invade other tissues. Cancer cells can spread to other parts of the body through the blood and lymph systems. There are more than 100 types of cancer, usually named after the organ or cell where they begin, for example, colon cancer or basal cell carcinoma. Cancer acts like an insider. It destroys the very cells closest to it. 5. Your family could be insiders. Jesus said that a prophet has no honor in their own town, house, or family. Sadly, those closest to us, siblings, relatives, or fellow citizens, know our plans and can harm us the most effectively. No wonder divorces can become so destructive. Spouses know one another so well that they can tear each other apart. This is another form of insider betrayal. 6. Your mind could be an insider. Someone once said that the greatest force within a person is their willpower, which lies in their conscience. Real change must begin inside. External influences can motivate us, but lasting change happens only when the inner forces of our conscience are transformed. That's why Jesus said, "The kingdom of God is within you." Unfortunately, Satan knows this and tries to infiltrate the human heart with destructive insider forces. 7. Satan attacks from within. God breathed His Spirit into humanity, making our bodies His dwelling place. Satan knows this, which is why he seeks to take control from within. Demons can occupy people, usurping power over them. To destroy God's temple, the human body, Satan works from inside, attacking the chambers of our heart. Isaiah records Satan's ambition. "How you are fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning! How you are cut down to the ground, you who weaken the nations! For you have said in your heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit on the mount of the congregation, on the farthest sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High." Isaiah 14:12-14. 8. Spies are insiders. Spies infiltrate by first joining the group and then working their destructive plans from within. Evil thoughts work the same way. They enter a person's mind before corrupting their actions. Satan has infiltrators in high places: governments, organizations, churches, and families. He works from within to bring about destruction. His wolves in sheep's clothing strategy is one of his most effective tools. A wolf disguised as a sheep looks harmless, but when the flock is vulnerable, the wolf reveals its true nature and wreaks havoc. 9. Sheep in wolf's clothing. I once saw on TV how a suicide bomber disguised himself as a woman to blend into a crowded bus. When all seemed normal, he detonated the bomb, destroying lives. This is the devil's tactic: get close, gain trust, and then destroy. But God's strategies are the opposite. Jesus commands His followers to love their enemies, feed the hungry, bless those who curse, and pray for those who persecute. Matthew 5:44. Love your enemies, bless those who curse you, do good to those who hate you, and pray for those who spitefully use you and persecute you. This is God's way, His strategy for His children. Final challenge. And if it seems evil to you to serve the Lord, choose for yourselves this day whom you will serve, whether the gods which your fathers served that were on the other side of the river, or the gods of the Amorites, in whose land you dwell. But as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. Joshua 24:15. The choice is yours. Will you allow yourself to become an insider working for the devil? Or will you choose to be an insider for God, blessing others and advancing His kingdom? If this helps you, give it a thumbs up. Share it. For more inspiring, faith-filled messages just like this, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell so YouTube can send it to someone who needs hope and truth over confusion, justice over power. Key takeaways. 1. Insiders, whether Satan, Judas, Delilah, or hidden agents, are often more dangerous than outside enemies. 2. Betrayal hurts most when it comes from those closest to us. 3. Spiritual cancer can spread if not dealt with quickly. 4. The greatest battlefield is within the human mind and heart. 5. Satan works from within, but God calls us to let His kingdom rule within us. 6. The choice is ours. Be an insider for God or for the enemy. Discussion questions. 1. Why do you think insiders can cause more damage than external enemies? 2. How is betrayal from a family member or friend different from betrayal by a stranger? 3. In what ways can Satan use our own minds as insiders against us? 4. What modern examples of wolves in sheep's clothing have you seen in churches or communities? 5. How can we guard ourselves and our families from being deceived by insiders? 6. What does it mean to be an insider for God? How can we live that role faithfully?